Hello teacher, today I will be presenting the auditing course. And title of the academic report is Cash Audit, Cash and Cash Equivalents. Course Financial Audit, autor Bustamante Vela Daniela, advisor Magister Mejía Piña Sergio Rodrigo. Introduction. The following sections presents a preliminary analysis of cash audit, cash and cash equivalents reveal the topic for the coding of a company of organizations. Terms such as cash in hand and bank out, object internal control procedure, petty cash, general cash and reconciliation, bank reconciliation, among others, will be discussed. Auditing cash and cash equivalents involves determining will or certain degree of certain the cash transactions and bank balance are adequate and valid. The auditor must obtain sufficient evidence that evaluate whether the cash and bank balances and snow is in the balance sheet occurred reflect on cash and cash equivalent avail or studying or deposit right their partings and the cash and bank. Compositions of cash and cash equivalents. Cash represents a resource owned by the entity that can be used for a purpose and therefore as great value that the company's accounting practice. Cash reveals the accounts of banknotes in current as bank accounts balance and other means of instruments or exchange such as checks made payable the company, postal, telegraphic of bank order and cash fund of any day, ready cash, variable cash, etc. Given in nature and available cash should generally be present on the first item on the balance sheet except in a case where cash funds are subject to the restrictions or limitations that were available, which is why they should be excluded from the occurring side sections. Cash enclosed cash, domestic or foreign, currency and regular checks received from the parties and periodic audit is conducted and an inventory of all cash items in kept that is called a cash count. The cash balance must match the fiscal count. Fixed fund. There are small expenses that are not usually paid by check. The covers the expense the companies made a cash full the call a fixed fund. The funds work as follows. A fixed amount of money is allocated that constitute the fixed fund. B. A check is issued for the amount to be wired from the bank and given the fees for manager. Relate the accounts issues, audit to objectives. The objective of the auditor performing a cash and the bank audit is the determining why at certain degree of assertion the cash transactions and bank balance at which and valid the show the bar counting while the overall objective of the examination. This is the insinuance of an opinion of the financial statement. 3. Internal cash control. Internal control compromise the organizational plan, method, and procedures established by a company of business counting as a whole the achieve three-man objectives. A. Outstanding accord and reliably finds information. B. Safeguarding assets and C. Ensure operational effectiveness. Complaints the auditor show of the evidence supports effect completion right among other the following controls managing right of the internal financial of the debtors and company while other amounts of other financial data ration fees of cash on hand. Assertions international standard account auditing the opting object falls or the auditor responsibility to identify and assess that of material mistake then rather of the fraud or error that might exist in financial start and in the level of the assertions ever in them. And conclusions the complete study under cash audit, cash bank, differentials, the count leverage, review the manager, and company of institutions as a series of patterns, rallies, and procedures must be followed. The ensures proper functionality. The research also explores several terminologies that support the study, such as pet cash, will small amount of cash kept in a cash of on deposit and model available for minor payments. The balance representing and cash and banks should correspond that their cash held by company in transit or advance. Thank you.